what's going on? This is City Wrestling Radio, and this is a very special news update. I'm your host, or your lead anchor. I'll go with lead anchor today. Your lead anchor, Corey Smith. I'm here in the Diamond Studio in the illustrious Diamond Complex with Diamond Dallas Page Yoga bookmark in my computer. But I'm also joined on my computer with my co-anchor of the day, Mr. Jose Oseguera. How are you?
Easy diamond cutter all the way back.
Yeah, use the chair.
Hulk it up.
Use the chair if you have to, you know. Yeah. How are you today, sir?
Pretty good. That DDP yoga is actually doing wonders for my flexibility.
I heard it's good. I've heard good things, you know. Amongst the big wrestlers that have spoken for it, you know, Scott Hall, fucking Jake the Snake. You know what I mean? I've even had friends that
it's a little out of reach. I would reach it for you, but I have a copy of it myself to this set.
No. But anyways, like I said, this is our very special news update. We're just, you know, don't expect this every week because it's not going to happen every week. But the WWE draft just happened, and there's a couple things in the news we wanted to talk about, so we might as well get on here and talk about it and you upload it early morning for your viewing enjoyment. But before I get into anything, well, I'm just going to let you know what we're going to get into today. We got a bunch of things. So first off, Joey Ryan is in the news, along with Lars Sullivan outside of the draft and outside of his return to WWE.
Oh, Lars.
WWE and the Thunderdome, their contract status, and we have a few people returning, also with some surgery update. So, like I said, like, share, and subscribe to at City Wrestling Radio. We're on Instagram and Facebook, and if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's at CWR415.
Easy.
It's the best way to stay up to date with us because, honestly, we post some, as some people would say, good shit. You know what I mean?
Good shit.
Some good shit. But yeah, no. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you. And I appreciate that. But also, do us a solid because you're now part of the CWR family. Click the little the bell or notify, wherever it is. It might be down there. It might be down there. I don't know sometimes. I don't see it. I can't see into the internet world. But you can. So click it, subscribe, bell, and help us out, please. And watch the video to the very end. I mean, you don't have to do that one. Just fucking subscribe. Yeah. Anyways, let's get into it with our first piece of news. Like I said, Joey Ryan is unfortunately back in the news this week. PW Insider first reported this Tuesday that Joey Ryan, his real name of Joe Meehan, filed a $10 million lawsuit against Impact Wrestling's parent company, Anthem Sports and Entertainment, in mid-September, alleging a breach of contract for firing him due to allegations of both sexual abuse and assault. So, yeah.
You know, the guy has a case, but 10 million? Come on, guy.
Well, I mean, 10 million, it's weird. I feel like that's the number just going around right now. Mm-hmm. You know, I guess. Well, let me get into this because
there's the stipulations in this contract.
There's still, and actually, the next thing I was going to talk about, 10 million. I kind of want to talk
like where does he get that number from?
Yeah, well, okay, so Anthem has until Saturday, October 24th to respond to the suit filed in Nashville, Tennessee. Anthem has not commented on the situation yet. Ryan's contract ran through August of 2021, and Impact released him on June 22nd. Based on the language in the contract regarding warning and reprimandums, he claims that he needed to be informed of any issue in writing at least 5 days prior to him being fired or him being talked to. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of things here within the contract that, you know, like, it seems like, from what I'm looking at this, that Anthem just said, okay, bye.
Yeah, but you know what? That wording in the contract is sketch already.
Yeah.
You know, Joey Ryan probably got his lawyer to write that in.
Yeah.
If I get into any trouble you have to let me know ahead of time.
Yeah.
And if you don't let me know ahead of time, then you're at fault. It's not my fault.
So,
So,
yeah. So
long
according
story
to the
short,
contract language, if nothing could be worked out by the wrestler in 5 days, he and Impact would have 30 days to resolve the issue. At that point, Impact could have terminated the deal. Another 30 days after that if there was still unresolved issues.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know. This is like I said. So the $10 million is sought in addition to legal fees and other quote unquote relief that the court might find in his favor. Like I said, this comes after Ryan filed multi-million-dollar lawsuits against several accusers this past week or last week. After the speaking out movement, when people have or women have come out against him, a lot of people, and it's
And a lot of people with a lot of other wrestlers.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll get into that in a second. It's just the whole
Mm-hmm.
Joey Ryan thing. It's just like, I said it once and I'll say it again. It's like, Jesus Christ. I met the guy like literally the most times. Like I've probably met him out of any person I've ever met and as a wrestler. He always seemed nice. He always seemed chill. And that just, I'm not sitting here saying that sucked. Like, oh, that sucked, man. He was so chill. Not at all. It's just shocking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To see someone who was so chill do something like, or to be not, I'm not saying he did, to have allegations made upon him like that. And in the end, I hope whatever really happened, justice is brought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just going to take the journalistic approach to it on air. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like if something, if the allegations are true, I hope justice is served for those women. If for some reason all the allegations from multiple people are for some reason, you know what I mean?
Where's the journalism there? Okay.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I got you. I'm just giving you guff.
Yeah. So, but no, you were mentioning also that the other people who are getting sued. So a couple weeks ago, Matt Riddle had not a restraining order put on. I think he was going to put a restraining order on Candy Cartwright, and he pulled out a couple days prior. He just dropped the suit because, in my summation, he just wanted to smear her name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then Candy Cartwright turned around and decided to sue 3 different companies, I believe. Evolve, somebody, I believe, I can't remember the person working for Evolve, and I think he was the head booker, and then WWE because and Matt Riddle, you know what I mean? Because these are all different, and it was all $10 million each.
Mm-hmm.
So another thing where I'm just like, I hope justice is served to whatever really happened. You know what I mean? And in the end, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just sucks.
Yeah. But sometimes it's like, what's good? What's so great about? I mean, what good is gonna come out of suing someone like you? See, I'm putting my foot in my mouth.
Yeah, you're doing exactly what I was doing a second.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Evolve doesn't have $10 million to just kick down to you. You know what I mean? So you're just bringing them out of. I don't know what you expect to get out of that. If anything, is this do a criminal lawsuit?
Yeah. I mean,
if you want justice, get these people to go to jail. Don't get them to pay you out.
Yeah. Well, one thing is for sure with Candy Cartwright, the situation. She did have some booked dates with NXT as just on-screen talent. Like the background character. And after a situation,
Triple H's,
after a situation happened with her and Riddle, where she denied him, she said, "No, I'm not going to do this anymore. I don't want to see you anymore." 2 days later, she got a phone call from she got something in writing from Drake Warts, saying that they're terminating her dates that they had with them due to an incident with a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
So WWE isn't saying, like they condone anything that Matt Riddle did. I think what happened is Matt Riddle. I mean, allegedly this all happened. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know. I don't know if Matt Riddle complained about something differently to them, and they were like, okay,
took his side.
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting. It's interesting to see what happens going forward with both of these cases. Joey Ryan with Impact Wrestling and Candy Cartwright against WWE. You know what I mean? Like you have both sides of the matter too. You know what I mean? You have an accuser and an accusee, or the accused. Suing people, $10 million. Jesus, we should get a Patreon. I want money.
Yeah.
But not for that. Not for that.
No.
I want to do good things for
We're
money.
honest over here at CWR.
Just talk about wrestling.
Let's do it.
All right, let's move on. Oh, no. Our last piece of sexual allegation. Lars Sullivan. He sucks, right?
This guy, man.
Yeah, he does suck. So he is in a little bit more trouble this week. You would think because maybe, did he get sent to NXT? Is he on Raw now? Are you guys gonna talk about the draft now? No.
Not yet.
No. So Lars Sullivan, we knew in the past. Oh, I feel like there's a lag on the video for some reason.
Yeah, a little bit on your side, right?
And we're back.
And we're back.
Literally, and we're lagging again. But it's okay. We're gonna get through it this time. That's technology. It's the oddest thing. It's gonna be. I feel like we just need to make that shirt.
Things look fine to me.
Okay. Anyways, nonetheless, Lars Sullivan is back in the news recently, re-debuting on Friday Night SmackDown. He
and again on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, and again on Monday Night Raw. Correct. He well, we know recently he's come out. There's been some homophobic things he said in the past, some racially charged things he said in the past.
And some movies he's appeared in the past.
Some those ones haven't nobody really mentions those. I feel like I see all the time. It's like, oh, he said racist stuff and he said homophobic stuff, and then I go on like the LGBT wrestling community boards, and it's like, oh, did you see the gay porn he was in? And I was like, what? what? I mean, there's somebody that looks very much like him. I mean. Mm-hmm. Years ago, he looks like the video seems like it was from years ago, and this guy seems like he would look like a younger version of Lars.
Tattoos match.
What they clip art? They call him in the tattoo shop, or I don't know what exactly. I forgot what they call.
I don't have any tattoos. I don't know.
But yeah, when you go to a tattoo parlor and they have that book where it's like all the same tattoos.
4 on the wall.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So maybe, they're from the same town. I don't know.
Maybe it's cousin.
Or, who knows? Nonetheless, he's back in the news because, he had a yoga instructor and he slid too hard in the DMs. It's true though. Like he came out, he hired yoga instructor Anika Naidu Fuge, I believe is the last name. And
close enough. It's a tough name to say.
Yeah. He hired her for some yoga instructions, and she's someone who has been very vocal about being a married woman and being very happily married. Yet he still got into the DMs and was like, "Hey, can I get some
leg work is awesome. Can I get some booty pictures?"
Yeah, and she's like, "No." Well, she basically says like, I'm going to refund you your money. I've made it very well known that I block people who say things like this to me. I am a happily married woman. And it's kind of, she actually is like, it's kind of weird because you're a very well-known person. Should you be doing things like this?
Well, he re-slid, remember?
Yeah.
He came back and was like I said before, you're amazing. Can I see booty pictures?
Yeah, he's a complicated individual. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, he didn't have anxiety when he hit send on those DMs, did he?
Well, I mean, sometimes people deal with anxiety different way. No, I'm not defending Lars Sullivan. The guy seems like he has a lot of issues. He's probably, what's that? Like Talking Space. I feel like they need to like hit him up. Mm-hmm. Like Braun Strowman has like those like. I don't know what it was, but I saw some video where he like works for some company and he got on the desk and he was in a Speedo. He's like, "We did it 1 year, guys." I feel like Lars should do it with like Talk Space. That's what it is. I think it's called.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "Hey guys, I'm Lars Sullivan. Talk Space got me through a lot of issues, and use promo code Sully at checkout, Sully15."
Yeah.
And go ahead and do that.
Okay. So yeah, he's getting into trouble, but we don't see, even after all these allegations during the weekend, we didn't see any punishment happening for this. Actually, we saw him show up on Monday Night Raw, which is kind of a gift.
Well, I will say this. What he did wasn't right, but it's not like
fireable offenses. Yeah, no. But culminating.
It's like, come on, Lars, dude, stop. Like, yo.
Nothing is enough. It's time for a change.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you have to say that. And so maybe hopefully Lars Sullivan will get the help he needs. Hopefully he doesn't do any more racist, homophobic stuff, and hopefully if he is somebody that needs to express himself a little bit more, and he's scared to express himself, then hopefully he'll find the courage.
Hey, I have two words for Lars. Burner account.
Well, I mean, no, that just propels the actions and his behavior.
If Kevin Durant could do it, he could do it.
Kevin Durant had a burner account?
Yeah, multiple.
Like on Tinder or something, or like
no, on Twitter, where he would defend KD.
Oh god.
Hey, KD's not that bad of a guy.
It's like, hey guys, we beat the Warriors tonight. It was a great game. KD, you suck. No, he doesn't suck. I don't know why I sound like Shaq. I feel like Shaq should do that. He'd be like, hey guys, I'm Shaq. People be like, you suck, Shaq. Shaq does not suck. Shaq is great. I love the movie Steel and Kazam. Kazam is the greatest movie ever. He should have won
an Oscar.
Exactly. Actually, I should have won an Oscar for all of them. Or he should have won them. But he doesn't hit backspace, just keeps typing.
There was music in the song, so it could be considered a Tony.
Yeah. So,
on to brighter news.
Yeah, let's move on, because we talked about this way too long. Let's see. Joey Ryan sucks. WWE extends Thunderdome deal for their Orlando residency through November. So WWE is reigning in the Thunderdome for at least another month. First reported by PW Insider and then confirmed by one Dave Meltzer. The company has been running out of the Orlando, Florida-based Amway Center since Friday, August 21st. SmackDown took place there the Friday before SummerSlam weekend. The agreement was originally signed through October 30th with the option to extend or shorten the contract within 2 weeks' notice. The original contract called for the city to get $12,500 for any Sunday pay-per-view events, $10,000 for any Monday or Friday events, $7,500 for which days that WWE personnel are working in the building, and $2,500 for dark days when no work at all is happening in the building. So because they have to set up and nobody else can perform there. So
Yeah, well, what's going to happen? They're not going to do Disney on Ice there. So what the hell are they thinking?
No, but I like that you brought that up because there is a little side piece of news that the Amway Center is actually going to be a polling place. Come the election. Unfortunately, no, you don't get to get into the ring and cast your vote and smack down the vote. Yeah. It's going to be in like the Disney atrium or like a little side banquet hall. Yeah. So go vote, guys. Whatever you do. I'm not going to argue right now about who to vote for because that's on you.
No, just get out and do it. What the hell are you waiting for?
Yeah, because I don't want to hear you bitch and complain. Because no buts, because you know who's back? Eva Marie.
From Concord, California.
Yeah, she's back. So after being gone for 3 years, Eva Marie is returning to WWE. It was confirmed by Dave Meltzer earlier this week that Eva Marie is set to return to the company. It was first reported by Cultaholic. PW Insider additionally reported that Marie is in Orlando for this week's tapings and is currently undergoing additional testing. An agreement regarding a return came the week of 9/20, I believe, September 20th, 2020. It isn't immediately clear if she's returning as a wrestler or just a personality. Marie was signed to a WWE developmental deal back in 2013. She was on Total Divas. She had some matches that never really finished because she would
started.
Wardrobe malfunctions, right?
Mm-hmm.
She is the greatest, Eva Marie. I did something about her intro though, like her being like something about it was a little like I don't know why, but it made me think of the guy who was the guy who did the Dodgers commentary or not the Dodgers play-by-play.
Vin Scully.
Vin Scully. She's great. Look at her. She's coming down with the red down. Oh, so great. Now I just sound like Gil from The Simpsons. She's so great. Look at old Gilly. So yeah, Eva Marie. What do you think about this?
100%. I'm in everything she does. I eat it up. Total Divas. I was in. Her story was great. Her family is awesome. You could tell they're just some. Okay, I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. Her family was awesome on screen characters.
Yeah. They're excited.
She is such a easy heat drawer that it's rare that you get that type of je ne sais quoi.
Yeah.
Type of heat draw from somebody. She's just a natural bad guy. What can you say? Yeah. All the marks and smarks are gonna eat it up. You hate her because she's good at being hated.
Yeah. Well,
she's great for business. She's money.
She's got a good look. She's not that great of a wrestler.
She's jacked. Okay, yeah, but come on. She came out of the Divas era. How great do we expect her to be?
Yeah. I just want to know like where they're gonna put her. You know what I mean? Like what? I mean, I guess put her on SmackDown, or what about Total Divas?
You would probably have to put her on SmackDown because of the the viewership and the casual fans are more trained to watch diva wrestling as opposed to the hardcore Monday Night fans that are now becoming more smart and want real wrestling matches. Yeah. So it just makes sense to put her on SmackDown.
And we move on. A little bit of
and she looks amazing. She's jacked. She's ready.
Surgery update. Finn Balor, broken jaw. He had surgery on his broken jaw. Following the injury taking place at TakeOver 31, Balor announced on social media the other day that he underwent a successful surgery last Friday after suffering the broken jaw at TakeOver. He says, recovering from a successful surgery with Dr. Dr. On Patel, I believe.
Okay.
Sorry, it's just when it's all together. Like everyone fucking tags everyone and stuff, and it's just like I'm hanging out with at Corey's. You know what I mean? Like
Corey's Corey Smith. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I hope they got rid of that impacted tooth that he had going on. Did you see that?
No.
On his x-rays?
No.
He had a fracture right where his wisdom tooth was impacting with his other molar, which means that the wisdom tooth was crashing into his molar. Like it was coming out.
Oh.
So it was impacted. So I hope they got rid of that while they were there. I'm sure they did.
He's going to come back and he's just going to be like Prince Devitt again from New Japan Pro Wrestling, just like super explosive. It's like, well, my fucking tooth is hurting the entire time, guys. Like, what do you expect out of the Prince Finn Balor?
The pressure is gone now.
So, yeah, no. So hold on. Okay, so he said last Friday I underwent surgery for 2 fractures of my jaw, including one going into my tooth. After the tooth was removed, I was wired shut to restore my bite and help realign the fractures. Then 3 plates were screwed in to fixate the fractures for a quick recovery, and thankfully no wires were needed after surgery. So
all right, so he's not gonna lose a ton of weight. Good.
Yeah. No, well, I mean,
last thing he needs is lose weight.
How much weight can the guy lose?
I know, right?
I always remember the Finn Balor walking through the hallway and just John Moxley when he was Dean Ambrose was like, just eat a donut or something, dude.
I love that guy.
Yeah. Shall we talk the draft?
Let's do it. Round 1, pick number 1.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so first off, this draft it sucked. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like there was a bunch of nonsensical like picks.
Yeah.
Like, why did certain people get picked up? Like, I get the pool thing, but like, I'm just gonna go for the night one. Let me see, night one, round one. Like, okay, obviously the first two picks for each brand were the respected champions, and that makes total sense. You know what I mean? Drew McIntyre.
They probably shouldn't even have been put on the block. They probably shouldn't have been put.
Well, it's a draft, buddy. Everyone gets drafted.
Yeah. All right.
Everyone. So, no, I know what you mean though. But the WWE champion stays on Raw. Universal champion stays on SmackDown. It makes total sense. And then Raw chooses the Raw Women's Champion Asuka, and then Seth Rollins goes to SmackDown after that.
Splash. Okay.
So that just to me, why didn't you draft the Intercontinental Champion? Why didn't you draft the Tag Champions? Why didn't you draft the Women's
United States Champion?
The United States Champion, yeah, you know what I mean, or the SmackDown Women's Champion.
24/7 champion is up for grabs.
Yeah. So like I said, the first round. So just overall, this draft, like, it was kind of weird. And just, I don't know, just a bunch of dumb picks too. So like I said, the first round was Drew to Raw, Roman to SmackDown, Asuka to Raw, Rollins making his shift to SmackDown. The Monday Night Messiah will be on SmackDown Live. I wonder if the gimmick goes with him. If he'll be like, I'm the Monday Night Messiah.
Yes, because of two reasons, and we'll talk about those shortly.
Okay. And then Raw's last pick got a 4-for-1 deal. Bobby Lashley, Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, and MVP The Hurt Business. I don't know if they probably don't say it like that, but they just say, we're more sophisticated than that, Corey. We don't. No.
It was some corny rhyme.
Yeah, so I like The Hurt Business. I see them stay on Raw. Okay, makes sense.
Me too, but if you can get like full on, batches, groups, alliances, then when you draft New Day, you draft all of New Day. You don't just draft.
Well, did you were you aware of the rules going into the draft?
I was somewhat aware.
So Raw would get 3 picks for every 2 picks SmackDown gets, and teams and tag teams will be considered 1 pick, whereas single superstars will be considered a single pick as well. Unless the executives from USA Network and the executives from Fox come to a conclusion that they just want to draft 1 person from a team. So we'll get there. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's why. Like, so if they wanted to draft just Bobby Lashley, Fox, and you know what? Where's those fucking people from the war rooms last year? Remember last year where you had the people that were like, hello? Yeah.
Hooray, we got him.
Yeah, we got Braun Strowman. Yeah, high five. And in USA, they didn't have Duckman there. I want Duckman. I'm gonna say it for years and years and years. I want Duckman to Raw. Be like, hey guys, this is Duckman. Watch Raw. That's kind of what Duckman sounded like.
It was Jason Alexander. It was
Watch Raw.
George Costanza.
Costanza.
Yeah, Costanza.
I'm probably gonna watch that as I fall asleep. Okay, so first round, like I said, second round, and first off, Stephanie, she's so cheesy. Like, she's horrible in this role. I don't know what happened to her. Like, they were like, go out there as businesswoman, CMO or whatever her title is. You know what I mean? Chief Brand Officer. Because she would just be like, make pictures, be like, wow, that's exciting, guys. Our next pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And in the back, she was really bad.
It's like, okay.
When she had that intern hand her the envelopes and she was like, did you look at this? I swear I didn't look at it. Are you sure? I didn't look at it.
Yeah. She's bad. I mean, I don't know. I'm starting to like don't start doing what your mom did on TV. You know what I mean? Because Linda was so bad. I'm Linda McMahon. You know.
But in the second round, the 6th pick is actually a splash.
A phenomenal splash, right?
A phenomenal splash.
AJ
Styles goes from SmackDown to Raw, which I'm sure is going to be very exciting, being that he's going to have Well, we'll talk about who's on Raw as we go along.
Well, and he also
matches galore.
He gets to go see his kids play football on Friday nights now.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Friday Night Lights, big thing in Georgia.
Going to Georgia, Sasha Banks goes to SmackDown. Naomi goes to Raw for the first time, I think, since the original brand split.
I didn't even. Yeah, really? Yeah. Okay.
Bianca Belair to SmackDown, which I'm interested to see how she does there.
Well, they do keep couples together, so that's kind of something.
That's the thing is anytime you see like somebody get moved, and everyone was saying, oh well, the original rules don't apply here because it's quarantine era. We're just in the same arena every day. But no, I think they're not planning to do shows again, but they're just saying, hey, let's have these shows ready to go. Like, let's not have to do another shakeup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you see somebody of a certain couple go to one brand, you're already like, well, there goes the other person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you're keeping with bubbles because usually the teams don't cross.
Yeah.
Unless it's a pay-per-view.
Then WWE Tag Team Champions both of them get drafted to Raw, which to me, first off, the titles are like inner brand, so they get to go to any brand. Secondly,
so
they were two single superstar. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some tag teams like that shouldn't be considered a tag team, and they shouldn't be getting drafted as a team.
You're right, but they are a tag team champion.
Yeah, but yeah.
I see your logic, but you have to treat the straps as is. So they're, but they float anyway. So this should be a title that shouldn't even be talked about.
Yeah.
This is a waste of a pick for Raw. Way to go, Raw.
Yeah.
They have too many picks anyway, so forget that.
Yeah. Speaking of a waste of a pick, they got a 4-for-1 deal earlier. Their next pick is Ricochet. So Ricochet gets drafted to Monday Night Raw. Jay Uso to SmackDown, stays on SmackDown. Mm-hmm. And then Raw decides to waste another. Okay, so it was my understanding that weeks ago, Mandy Rose was drafted. They said Mandy Rose was the first person to be drafted to Monday Night Raw. And then Raw just picks her again. Like, I thought, okay, sure.
And on draft night, I think they rebranded it as a trade. She was traded to Raw and stays on Raw. But the logic just isn't there. There should be an asterisk next to her name.
Yeah. Then SmackDown chooses Dominic and Rey Mysterio. So
lets you know that number one, this is not a very good move because you just maintain status quo, except you move it from Monday to Friday. Do they think this is a really hot program going on with them and Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
So keep going.
They did well.
Get more eyes on it.
Aaliyah, right? Mm-hmm. Aaliyah's. They probably got drafted to SmackDown as well. Or maybe not. Maybe they're undrafted. Maybe they have to pick a brand now. Maybe Aaliyah and the mom will go to NXT. Maybe they're going to go to NXT and win the women's tag champions. I don't know.
I don't know about you, but I like my novellas on Friday nights.
Oh, what about Friday nights? That's how Braun Strowman likes to watch novellas in a mirror in his bathroom.
Friday nights, my jammies.
Round 4 of the draft. So the newly crowned SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, get drafted to Monday Night Raw.
You forgot one.
Oh, Miz and Morrison. Yeah, Miz and Morrison. Sorry, to Raw.
Yeah, but I could see why you skipped that. Okay, so yeah, Kofi and Xavier Woods.
Well, because I feel like this is the whole moment of the whole draft, like the only emotional moment.
Yeah, this was the moment. This was the main event of the draft. So, and you can't have, being that it's a draft, you can't have this at pick 48. No. You have to have it early on. So, okay.
Raw chooses the newly crowned SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Kofi
and
Kingston.
Newly united New Day.
And you know what, to me, like, if they chose Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, they didn't know that they were SmackDown Tag Champions. So Raw didn't even think to draft their own tag team champions. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They didn't draft Cesaro and Shinsuke because they were like, well, they're the tag champions. Let's draft them. You know what I mean? No, they drafted Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, which are two good picks at the end of the day. But they're not. They weren't the champions going into it, so I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much.
I get you. Yeah.
So they get drafted to Raw. That's when Xavier goes, "Say E's name. Say E's name." And Stephanie goes, "To SmackDown." Big E. And then Big E's pretty much about to cry. Kofi's, just tore up. Xavier's sad. I'm depressed. You know what I mean? The New Day is just broken up in front of my face, forced apart by the man. It's just, Jesus fucking Christ. And then Stephanie's just like, and to Raw, Dana Brooke.
Ruined the moment.
Xavier's screaming, like, why would you do this? Why would you do, And she just, Dana Brooke to Raw.
And it's not like Dana Brooke made the switch. She stays on Raw. Yeah. So it was a nothing move.
It's just like, why didn't she just acknowledge them? You know what I mean? That just, I thought was weird. Like, she couldn't even acknowledge, like, she's supposed to be acting here. She's supposed to be a character on TV, not just the chief brand officer.
Yeah, and round 4 isn't over yet.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. Then we have
with what's going on real quick before we move forward. What's going on with New Day? It's the way you're feeling is what we want. We want that emotion involved with the Big E split because now it just adds more emotion to his big run at big titles.
Yeah. Then Mr. Money
Otis gets drafted to SmackDown and has no movement.
So, yeah, he goes to SmackDown. Angel Garza stays on Raw.
No movement.
Humberto Carrillo, this is announced on Talking Smack. Humberto Carrillo goes to Raw. Murphy to SmackDown. So the entire Mysterio Rollins feud gets moved over. Tucker, Otis's tag team partner, to Raw.
Yeah.
So on Raw, you have Miz and Morrison, Tucker, and Mandy Rose. And over on SmackDown, Otis by himself. They took everything away from the guy.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Well, you have the money in the bank. Isn't that enough?
So I think the storyline they're going to go for is,
Tucker looks for revenge?
No. I think something's going to happen between Tucker and Mandy. I, for some reason, get this weird, like, man off in war type situation in my head. Like, I think, remember the movie Pearl Harbor?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they thought he died in the war, then his best friend was like, I'll take care of your wife.
That's a theory that happened more than once.
Exactly. Yeah. You had Rick and Shane.
Oh, fucking Shane.
Lori. Yeah, Shane sucked. He's just like, I don't know why. I was about to do the Varsity Blues. I don't want your life, Rick. I want my own life with your wife. I want your wife, not your life. So that's the feeling I get. I think they're going to do that storyline with Otis. Like, I think he's going to cash in, lose, and then he's going to not get drafted to Raw, but something's going to happen. It's going to be at a pay-per-view, and he's going to either think that he saw something that wasn't really going on, like maybe something stupid, like, I don't know, like Mandy Phil, Mandy, some stupid storyline where, like, for some reason
Miz will knock her off the apron and Tucker catches her and they look deeply in each other's eyes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, took it. You shouldn't have looked at my girl.
Yeah. Otis is like, you know what, brother? You looked at my girl one too many times. It's over. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Stakes and weights, no more. SmackDown gets Kalisto and Raw gets Drew Gulak. So that'll be fun to see what happens on Raw. And then we have Monday Night Raw. We kicked off with the second night of the draft. First out before the show, Raw gets Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado.
Good job.
And SmackDown gets Shorty G.
Oh.
Little Shorty G, little guy. He's like this.
Yeah, so no movement, right? He's SmackDown anyway? Yeah.
Yeah, he was
no
movement. Then we kick off with round 1.
Oh, and talk about a fall in the rankings.
What do you mean?
Like, to be drafted this late, we're looking at pick number.
Well, this is the second pool, so remember that a lot of these people weren't available.
That's right.
Second night.
I don't like that idea.
I don't either. Well, it in theory it makes sense because you don't want to be able to
draft to be about pick number 30.
Yeah, and then them to pick all the or pick the best people right up front. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They want to have some sort of like, well, we got to get Dana Brooke on Raw, so okay, whatever. But the Raw brand picks the Fiend, Bray Wyatt.
Good change of pace.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
They know the experiment failed on SmackDown, so they're retooling on Raw.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about that besides that Bray Wyatt's on Raw, and
it's a retool. I'm telling you, they're gonna
him versus
he's not
Drew.
gonna be as strong as he used to be, and now he has his compatriot joined yet? No, not yet, right?
Not yet. No.
Okay, well, it opens up a new
Mr. J and Harley Quinn.
There you go.
But then SmackDown chooses the SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley. Randy Orton stays on Raw. SmackDown chooses the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. So at that point, the Raw Tag Team Champions were exclusive to SmackDown, and the SmackDown Tag Team Champions were exclusive to Raw. And then for some weird reason, Adam Pearce was just like, "Can you guys switch?"
Yeah.
And then they were like, yeah, all right. First didn't like it, but then they were like, yeah, all right, we'll do it. But the one thing that pisses me off from this is now the Street Profits are like trying to be all like, and it's not them, it's WWE.com, it's the storyline.
Yeah.
It's trying to push them as Triple Crown champions.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't win the SmackDown tag titles.
No.
They were literally handed to them in exchange for their tag titles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think their Raw tag team title victory should be expunged from the record book, and it should be a SmackDown tag team title victory.
Yeah, you know how they're going to go around that? They're going to lose the belts really fast and then win them back really fast.
To who? Like, what tag team is on SmackDown now?
They're going to throw one together.
Shorty G and Baron Corbin, maybe? I guess Shinsuke
and
and Cesaro.
Rey Mysterio and Dominic.
Oh, yeah. That actually makes
and
sense.
Then they'll lose it back. Like, Rey will get the win. He'll get the straps and make his son, his first championship title.
My mijo is El Campeón.
Yeah. And then the next week, they'll give it up, and the fall guy will be Dominic.
And then he'll be like, "You failed me, mijo."
You don't earn my mask.
Yeah, my familia. Yeah. Anyways, sorry, I was just looking at this picture of, for some reason, Seth Rollins came up on my phone. Charlotte Flair gets drafted to Monday Night Raw.
Who knew she was on Raw? She's been gone so long, we forgot.
She's been gone for a while, and it's weird. So Andrade, I'll just spoil it. Andrade doesn't get drafted. So
but he's going to Raw, though.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. He got buried by fucking The Fiend.
Yeah.
The Fiend and, I guess we'll talk about it. So, hold on, I'll get into it in a minute. Braun Strowman goes to Raw. Daniel Bryan, who we also haven't seen, stays on SmackDown.
Very high pick.
Matt Riddle goes to Raw. Kevin Owens to SmackDown. And Jeff Hardy to Raw, which I'm kind of excited about that one. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. And here's the non-surprise who gives a F a draft of the night.
They could have done a storyline with this, too.
100 times, yes.
This is another stupid fucking pick by Raw. Mm-hmm. They pick Retribution.
The people that want to hijack us.
Have you noticed there's only 5 people now in Retribution?
Ali, T-Bar, Mace, Slapjack, and Reckoning. Yep. And Revelation got sent back to NXT.
That's the rumor I heard. Yeah, Mercedes Martinez got sent back to NXT. We'll see what happens with her. I mean, maybe NXT needs a women's division. I mean,
you think?
Yeah. So yeah, there's only 5 of them. SmackDown chooses Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, that's gonna be a non-pick because in a couple weeks he'll have something else going on in his life that's gonna get rid of him from TV.
Keith Lee to Monday Night Raw. She stays on Raw. King Corbin stays on SmackDown. Alexa Bliss moves back to Monday Night Raw after
and joins her cohort in the theme Bray Wyatt.
Let him in. He needs to get in there. He's got to get in there and move around. He, him and her are both gonna be on the same brand, and I don't know. Cool, I guess. They took out Andrade and Zelina Vega.
I thought it was a really good moment.
Yeah, where they did the double Sister Abigail. Stereo Sister Abigail.
She did the distraction with the Bray Wyatt upside down.
Yeah, a little
crab face. Yeah,
a crab walk. Crab walk. Or Gerald Briscoe telling her to do a
yeah.
crab
No,
walk.
I like their pairing. I like where this is going.
Yeah.
You know who else I like?
Elias.
I like Elias.
Ugh.
He's better suited for Raw than SmackDown. SmackDown was a little bit too big of a stage for someone like Elias.
I only liked Elias.
This is why you don't like Elias, because they put him in crap gimmicks and crap programs. Like, I know who it was that ran me over, the guy with red hair. That's Jeff Hardy.
And then he would just come out and sing for weeks, and I hated it.
It's because they wore it down.
I liked him on SmackDown too, or not SmackDown, but on NXT when he was
Samson. Yeah,
Elias Samson. He was the Drifter. And Corey Graves was like, I don't know where this guy came from. I never seen him around town. He just goes from town to town, and he's a drifter. Damn it! Now he's like a rock star, and I'm like, all right. They should have worked out into a story like he was a homeless man that got picked up by a record company. Yeah. You know,
he had the lavish life, and then he lost it all.
Yeah,
because he didn't sign the right contracts.
Yeah,
who should have been a higher pick though.
Well, they had to. He didn't make his return yet.
True.
Come on, they can't draft people who haven't been there on TV. Charlotte and Daniel Bryan.
Okay, but you know who should have been drafted higher in this round?
The Intercontinental Champion,
Sami Zayn.
Yes, that is very true. He gets drafted to SmackDown. Raw gets Lacey Evans because
she needs something new.
Yeah, she needs to be on a new brand. Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro they stay on SmackDown. And Raw gets the Irishman. Not Finn Balor because he's got a broken jaw and he's the NXT champion. But Sheamus, the big Irishman.
Why are they moving people with like programs that should be over together? Like the whole Seth Rollins thing with, the Mysterio family.
The whole Jeff Hardy Elias thing. Yep.
Yeah, now we're getting, Sheamus just got off of a beef with Jeff Hardy. Why is he chasing him to Raw? I don't get that.
I don't. That's why I said this draft sucked.
And then we get a repeat of this, and we have Nikki Cross joining
because
Alexa Bliss
she's got to be.
Raw.
Because I guess best friends need to be drafted together now too. Jesus Christ. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode to SmackDown. Oh, so they can go after the Street Profits again. There you go. Right? Yeah. Didn't they just do that? Yeah. Raw retains the 24/7 champion and R-Truth because, that title is not going to leave the USA Network. It was their idea to actually start the title. So
and call Ricochet a psychic because Apollo Crews joins the SmackDown crew.
Hey, there he goes. At least his friend will be there. Apollo Crews goes to SmackDown and to Raw. Dabba-Kato.
The way they announced it was weird, right?
Yeah, no, come on. Dabba-Kato.
They said from what's it called? What's that whole
Raw Underground?
Yeah, from Raw Underground. Raw's drafting
the security guard. Dabba-Kato.
I didn't know you can draft from the pool.
The security guard that Shane was a dick to like a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Where he was like, "No, I don't need you to." He's like, "Do you need me to handle the ball?" He's like, "I got it. Don't worry. Stay out here. Stay outside." It's like Dabba-Kato would come on, man. Go to SmackDown. You would have been respected there.
Yeah. And now for your junk picks.
Yeah. Well, we got. There's a good couple picks. Titus O'Neil to Raw.
That's a junk pick.
Carmella to SmackDown.
Okay.
Peyton Royce to Raw.
She didn't debut anywhere yet, right?
No, she did. She re-debuted.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, recently.
And where was it? To SmackDown? So she stays?
Yeah, she stays. Okay. Peyton Royce, I believe, stays on Raw. Yeah, she stays on Raw.
Okay.
Aleister Black goes to SmackDown.
Very late in the draft.
So you know that. Selena Vega was also drafted to SmackDown too.
Yeah, but that was in the post.
So,
but to be drafted just one spot away from Akira Tozawa. Damn, dude! I thought you were going to be.
You know what? I'll be honest. Guys. I think there's going to be big things planned for Aleister Black this year.
I hope so because 29 pick round 6.
I think he's going to win the Royal Rumble. I'm making my picks early this year. Aleister Black.
He was drafted after
number 12.
Sheamus, R-Truth, Apollo Crews, Titus O'Neil, Dabba-Kato.
Maybe Dabba-Kato will win the Royal Rumble.
Carmella, Peyton Royce. Then you get Aleister Black.
But you know what? He got drafted before Akira Tozawa. That's a former champion right there.
Yeah, multiple time champion. Right?
Former cruiserweight champion, former 24/7 champion,
multiple times.
Challenged for the NXT title once on Evolve, which was weird. I don't know. And then also the last round picks, the 7th round, announced on Raw Talk. Lana, who is for some reason the new fucking #1 contender for the women's title on Raw.
Don't worry, she's going to go through a table. Don't worry.
Dude, they put that cruiserweight title on Enzo. I have a feeling they might put that women's title on Lana.
No. The Miro vengeance is far from over.
They want heat. Natalya goes to SmackDown. Oh, so Lana and Natalya got broken up. Oh,
they were broken up before.
Were they? No, they weren't.
They broke up that night.
Oh, okay.
They were in the tag titles with.
Oh, that's right. Match. She taught. They were in the Battle Royal and
before the Battle Royal,
she threw Natalya. Oh, okay. Really? Huh?
Yeah, they were in a tag match, and then at the end of the tag match, she was like, "Really?" Natalya was like, "That was real stupid. Really? Ugh, I had enough of you. I'm out of here."
Yeah.
And she left her in the ring, and Lana was left weeping in the corner. Why?
Well, because you're getting a title shot. Don't worry, Lana.
Yeah, and then the Rumble happened, and that's when she got sent through a table. Lana got sent through a table. And we think Natalya won the #1 contendership, but ho, here comes Lana and knocks her off the ring apron, and she gets the shot at the title.
Fun.
Yeah. So Riddick Moss gets drafted to Raw, and then we have the Riot Squad, which did better, and it's more fun to watch than Lana and Natalya. They get drafted later to SmackDown? Okay.
I don't know, man. I don't fucking know. This was stupid. Oh, and Arturo Ruas, I believe. I can't fucking print it. Ruas. Gets drafted to Raw because Raw Underground needs people. That's why I'm guessing Dabba-Kato stayed on Raw.
Yeah.
So that was the draft.
Yeah.
It sucked.
It did. So we have some supplemental drafts, though.
Uh-oh. What do you mean?
We have Billie Kay going to SmackDown. She went undrafted. Eric was also undrafted. Looks like he's staying at Raw. Tamina's staying at SmackDown. Zelina Vega's moving to SmackDown with her hubby. We don't know where Andrade is going. Becky Lynch was not included. Big Show was not included because these. He's just one of those flash guys. Bo Dallas should be moving on to NXT, but we don't know where he's going. The Forgotten Sons also SmackDown contenders, but we don't know where they're landing. Ivar was on Raw. We don't know where he's going. Jimmy Uso. There's been no talk of Jimmy Uso in months.
Well, I think Jimmy is going to come back. He came back. No, he came back the last pay-per-view. Remember, he had the crutch. He came to the ring.
Yeah, you're right.
And he had the white flag.
I got the towel.
Yeah, the towel.
Don't do the towel.
Don't do it. Don't do it. No.
A couple people that are under contract but are not appearing on the shows is Jinder Mahal, who was on Raw, Kane, Maurice, both on SmackDown, Mickie James. She was recently featured on Raw as of maybe 2 weeks ago. We haven't seen anything since, and she went undrafted along with Mojo Rawley from SmackDown.
But remember, they had to draft Retribution.
Yeah.
And people who were already drafted, like Mandy Rose, they couldn't have drafted,
Mickie James.
Or the Viking Raiders or...
Well, isn't Eric hurt or is it Ivar?
They're technically both. Ivar's hurt. Eric decided to have surgery while his partner was hurt. So.
Okay, and that's when he showed up at Raw Underground, right?
That was after that he would decide to do the surgery.
Okay, that's when he was like, well, I might as well just write me out.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna go. Eric had Eric was in a motorcycle accident like 4 or 5 years ago, like a really really bad one. Like he almost died, and he has a lot of metal and he had a lot of metal in him, and he just got a bunch of that removed. So, yeah.
Okay, well, it looks like Eric was signed to Raw via social media.
All right, Eric, you're signed, brother.
So he was signed as of the 13th.
He was signed as a single competitor.
Why
didn't they just fucking say the Viking? See, that just annoys me. Why on social media they could be like, we're drafting Eric. Like, it's not a storyline. You guys have no plans for this. Just fucking draft the fucking Viking Raiders.
Yeah, and we have Ivar inactive due to neck injury.
He can't be drafted because he
has a neck injury. He's inactive because he has a neck injury. And you know what they say about Kane? Inactive due to serving as mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah, previous engagements.
I love seeing pictures of Mayor Kane because he's just like, he has like this huge smile on his face. He's like, yeah, we're going to go in here. For some reason, I hear like Joe from Family Guy, like, yeah, we got to go in here and take down the school. It's going to build up the school. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
So that was the draft. I'm exhausted just talking, just thinking about it. Mm-hmm. So let's get out of here. Let's wrap things up for tonight or this morning.
Can we all agree that the New Day splitting up is the highlight of the draft?
It's the highlight and the low light, technically, because it was so depressing.
Sure, but it's just like heels doing their work. This is the emotion that you want. This is what they were going for.
I wasn't yawning. I swear, I was crying. Anyways, let's get out of here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe at City Wrestling Radio. I'll see you again multiple times this week. Just fucking subscribe, and then you'll know when we're up. I mean, that's the best way. Wednesday, B show. I think that's tonight. That's tonight. Jesus Christ, I got another show. And later this week, Judgment Day 98. You and me are back talking about Judgment Day 98, what I just said. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe at City Wrestling Radio, at CWR4 and 5 on Twitter. And we'll see you later. Bye.